Well, welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain made easy with your Frank, with your Frank the Crypto Tank. The world has seen it, and the evidence is in. We had a couple problems this morning technically. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for bearing with us. Tap that like and subscribe down below now, huh? All right, now look at. We're not testing this. We're using this is the part of the story here. We're going to get into it now. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about our markets. Let's talk about them being manipulated. Let's talk about all the big players do it. Stocks do it. Bonds do it. Forex markets do it. We all know it's true. Crypto's no different, okay? We deal with manipulation in the markets. Everybody knows what's going on right now with crypto. Everybody's watching the markets going, are you sure that crypto is something? Because look at what's happening. Look at it. See how it's all going down? And are you sure that's really something? Yes, we are. Don't worry. Crypto's not in trouble. Don't worry. We're here to cover it. Crypto's not going back in the bottle, right? There's no way the genie goes back in the bottle. We don't go back to, horse and buggy after we have cars. I mean, crypto shows you the truth, guys. We can watch the whale while it's manipulating. They're pushing liquidation cascades, swinging the market. We see it. It's not a theory. It's not a conspiracy. It's the obvious fact, guys. We're here at this point. Human systems has always migrated toward convenience. Always, 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 always. The internet, credit cards, mobile phones, cars, better clothing. I can get into a lot of things. Faster payments. Lower costs, 24/7 clearing with blockchain technologies and crypto. Full auditability. Yeah. Elimination of reconciliation. Middleman being taken out of the center of it. Smart contracts. Excuse me. Interesting stuff here, guys. But global liquidity, by the way, Crawbilly is welcome in this morning. Welcome to the channel. Guys, global liquidity without borders here is what we're looking at. This is why the world's not going backwards. Blockchain has proven itself to the real world, solving huge real-world pain points. The world sees it. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before the masses see this, right? 15% of the world is in crypto, about 18%, something like that. We're heading toward 80, right? It's not a dream. That's just the math. That's Metcalfe's law. That's adoption. Excuse me. So we will hit 80, 85% or so. Excuse me. Coming up here, about 80 to 85% will be into crypto and will own crypto. The world systems, probably about 80% of the world systems will be using crypto. But here's the key insight right now. Okay. Bitcoin and Ethereum are not built for this load. And we know this is true, guys. Bitcoin's a store of speculation, not a store of value. It's okay if you bought Bitcoin. You got to be honest. Come on. It's not a store of value. The economic test, you got to hit 4, and it only hits 1. And people might not have been telling you this. I'm sorry, right? It's not scarce. It doesn't get burned, even when you use it to buy a cup of coffee. Yeah, all 21 mil is just going to sit there forever. There's only 21 mil. Who cares? Who cares if there's 900 million or 10 of them? It doesn't matter. They never get burned. They're always around. So what's the point here? Now, Ethereum? No, come on. Ethereum can't scale to carry the world's crypto load. We know that, right? It's already hit its near capacity base layer. This is bullcrap. Come on. It's not going to become the future financial rails of crypto. Wake up, please. Yeah, I'm sorry if you already bought a whole ton of Ethereum. Whoops. Yeah, I told you not to buy it. Hey, look at, I'm not a financial advisor. I already told everybody what was going to happen. Everybody's saying Bitcoin's going to 1 million. No, it's not. It'll go higher, but the world will see the truth. The jig will be up on Bitcoin. It's a store of speculation. There's no point to it. Now, look at, aside from that. Now, XRP settlement. XRP can scale in other ways that chains cannot, using AMMs, order books, side chains like hooks, private institutional rails. This is why real institutions are integrating Ripple. Ripple's work over the 300, with its over 300 partners, probably way more than that. Banks like SBI, FBA, Santander in Spain, Trianglo, right? U.S. Treasuries, right? Prime brokers, access, right. Institutional RWA institutions. Why am I saying right? I already know it's right. Through Ondo, ETF filings, and what's coming moving forward. You guys pay attention to crypto? Anybody paying attention to crypto out there? Now look at, because if you did, you'd have a whole ton of XRP. These are the signals of the world that are telling us that XRP is the next winner. Today's systems are going to continue to solve real world problems as blockchain does. XRP Ledger does this. Some of the others do this as well. I wonder how many people in the world are paying attention to crypto. The projects that actually have real use case, these are the ones that will rise. As global adoption moves from it's probably about 15, 18% or so right now to about 80, 85%, because crypto don't go backwards now, right? And the markets are going to keep giving up the greatest upgrade in finance that we have ever seen. This is the truth. This is the future. We are early. I hope you have chosen your cryptos wisely. I am not a financial advisor. I hope you're going to make some money this time around. Welcome in, Monsaga. Welcome in, Art Caffeine, back in again. Good morning. It is good morning. It's a fantastic morning, everybody. Welcome into the channel. We know where crypto is going, those of us who are paying attention to the truth of this whole thing. It's obvious we are about to all have gobs and gobs of money, never financial advice. I'm here for entertainment and some information. We do know that if you've got XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, IOTA, Algo, ADA, or Quant, any of those 8 ISO 20022 coins, boy, are you styling. Now look at, the world has crossed a line for sure, all right? You can't uncross this line. We don't go back to horse and buggy. We like the Lambo just a little too much, a little too quick, too zippy, right? Blockchain and crypto. There's no reversal point here. Anyone who's thinking, oh boy, well, see, they're going down, the markets, crypto's nothing. You're just being insane. We are super early here. We're about to go to the frickin' moon. Wake up. Now look at, if you've been paying attention to crypto, like I think some of you have, once the systems adopt here, coming up here, superior tech, it never goes backwards. We never see that in the world. Stop being dumb. Now look at, we don't replace cars with wagons, right? We don't replace phones with telegraphs now, do we? Come on, let's not be silly. You're not going to go grab that. No, well, they still use that clunky Army field phone. Wait, hold on. I got to get my Army field phone. Hold on. Yeah, they still use this thing, man. They still use this thing. Hold on. Yep. Yeah, Robert, attack it. Yep, right. Yep, send it. Go. Hit it. Yeah, they still use that huge thing. I didn't think they did. But when are we going to replace blockchain with regular legacy rails for real, though? And why? Because legacy rails are failing. They're failing. Yeah, settlements still required. We still got a T1 and T2 settlement, guys. Come on. Right? What's going on here? Art Caffeine, thanks for the drop in. Thanks for that little drop there. Thank you. I appreciate that, sir. Guys, I think it's pretty obvious here what is happening with crypto. I think we're about to that point, that tipping point. I think we see the markets here, and I think everybody is saying, well, when you keep saying, Tank, that we think we're going to make money in crypto, where is it? Well, the deal is, let's talk about what's happening behind the scenes here for a sec here, guys. This movement is institutional. It's global, okay? It's not slowing down. We have the IMF studying multiple currency bridges. We got the BIS Project Agora bringing programmable settlements, as you know, to major banks. You got JPM Coin trying to get in the game now. BlackRock tokenized the real world assets on chain. And by the way, that's a ploy that they have not, that they're doing that purposely. There's going to be a BlackRock ETF, don't you worry. Ripple's infrastructure, of course, is integrating banks, payment corridors, treasury systems. These are facts, guys. Crypto is not something. It is the future. Objective, verifiable, real-world adoption is here right now, right? The big players, right? The big players, I better sound like I know what I'm talking about, like the rest of the world who's on the news, who's on TV, who says right all the time. Right. Because you're right. You're all right, and I'm right. It's not paranoia. We're not making this up. All right, it's not tinfoil hat stuff. This is market structure. In stocks, market makers control spreads and direction. Forex markets, central banks control liquidity and trends, and we know this. In commodities, right, hedge funds control futures positions. We know this too. In crypto, we see it's transparent on chain, guys. Whales shift to Bitcoin liquidity and liquidate the longs. They trigger long and short liquidations both with precision. That's crazy. And once you're already in it, if you didn't cash out that day, you're going to be stuck in it now. Oh, you better go fetch my sweet tea now, child. Now, look, you're going to be stuck in it. You're going to be liquidated. You're going to be in a long position. See, the thing is a lot of people are in this game, and I don't mean this to be mean. I got to say it. You got to be careful now. You don't want to be traveling the Oregon Trail if you're not prepared for it. You got to do a lot of research to be in crypto, spend a lot of time. Billions can move in seconds, guys. We're watching this in real time now. Billions of dollars. This is happening. This is what utility does. This is the plain and simple truth of this whole thing. The world will choose the tech that reduces the friction. Convenience. Yeah, blockchain reduces friction everywhere. Payments, compliance, settlement, treasury flows, blah, 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 blah. Supply chain verification, all of it. Oh my gosh, anybody paying attention out there? Nicely, is anybody paying attention? Tokenization of real world assets, all of it. Yeah. Blockchain is not only more convenient, it's more profitable. It's more efficient. It's more streamlined. It's where the world is going. That's why the Navy has spent millions on it already. Oh, boy. Yep. It's true. Monsager's right. Been stuck for years. So true, man. Monsager's saying don't forget the 1,700 NDAs. Totally true. It's probably more than that. Guys, banks save 40 to 60% using blockchain rails on the average. Did you know that? Corporations reduce treasury costs dramatically. Cross-border fees collapse. Liquidity becomes programmable. This is crazy stuff. Yeah, this is why corporations are already shifting their infrastructure. They're doing it now. Ripple, SBI, powering Asia's settlements rails, right? Ripple and Tranglo, handling ODL. Ripple acquiring Hidden Road, now renamed Ripple Prime. U.S. Treasury market. U.S. Treasury lifting Ripple's RLUSD into official usage now. Ondo's RWA, real world asset infrastructure. Guys, it's not noise. This is all happening. This is the plumbing being reworked of the new financial system. Okay, so I had one time Googled, I'll get into it in a little bit here. All right, I don't want to sidetrack too much. All right, I think it's obvious this has all happened, you guys. This is the backbone. We can't deal with latency. That's too high anymore. It's not going to fly. The design is intentional. We see what's going on. Hi, little buddy. My dog always wants to come over and say hi to me. This is all happening. I don't understand anybody who watches crypto or pays attention why they don't have as much expendable cash into it, not a financial advisor, as they possibly can. Because that money is about to magnify in my not financial advice opinion like I never seen. Bigger than the internet craze. It is running full, even with two-layer systems popping it up Ethereum. When we get into Ethereum, guys, gas fees spike with every load. That's why Ethereum still can't deliver final settlement, guys, quickly. It's not good. XRP Ledger settles in 3 seconds. Yeah. It burns fees, creating long-term deflation for XRP. It supports native DEX, AMMs, tokenized assets, private chains. Oh my gosh, guys. Slashing costs, slashing delays for payments, slashing the risk. Yeah, this is why Ripple's partnering with the largest institutions on the planet. That's why people are going, oh my God, people were saying XRP is a crap coin. Oh, maybe they were actually wrong. Yeah, they were wrong. Why ETFs, you fell for the Kool-Aid, you drank the Kool-Aid. Why tokenization is exploding? I don't know. Why is it? You tell me. Why is all of this exploding? Why? 15 to 18% or so. We're getting ready to go at 80 to 85%. Yeah, once the world sees a better system, they don't go backwards, guys. That's how this world works. Crypto is not speculation. Well, Bitcoin is. Speculation is just the noise around this prime signal that's coming through, this signal of infrastructure, utility that is reshaping the plumbing, amongst other things, of our current financial system right underneath your nose. Well, on the mainstream news, they be telling, now look, stay away from crypto. That's bad stuff. That's for nefarious dealings. I thought cash was. It is. Everything is seen on chain. Like, what are you talking about? How silly. Come on. Okay, so you can get in without KYC or whatever. You can stay hidden with a VPN. Okay, fine. Yeah, it can be done. You got your Monero coins, your ghost coins that can do it. I get it. And why the next decade belongs to crypto, though? Why? And why does the XRP Ledger positioned to be at the center of this entire shift, guys? Why? What's this industry showing us? Scaling. It's scaling. It's maturing. It's starting to. The world's crossed the line here. You can't go back across this line. Genie out of the bottle, toothpaste out of the tube, crypto's out of the tube. Blockchain and crypto are past the point of no return. They're on the dark side of the moon. That's it. Anyone thinking this industry gets shut down or, oh my God, what are you guys talking about, this crypto stuff? And that it only is not ever going higher, the nice projects. Oh boy, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Look, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Please tap that like and subscribe down below if you're loving the content and the truth of what we talk about. We do not replace cars with wagons. No, we don't replace phones with telegraphs, do we? No. We're not going to replace blockchain with legacy rails and go backwards, guys. The legacy rails are falling under modern demands now. Cross-border payments still take days. Ridiculous. Inexorbitant fees. Silly. If I use the right word. Exorbitant fees. Oh, boy. You guys, I hope you bought right so you can hold tight. Your stuff ain't hype. Let's talk about what really happens behind the scenes here, guys. This momentum is not stopping. It's shifted to global institutional adoption with crypto. It's not slowing down. The IMF, or International Monetary Fund, that lends all the money to all the countries and says, now do what we say. Yep. The Bank of International Settlement, Project Agora, the Bank for International, the central bank for all central banks. Yep, they've got on board. JP Morgan's gotten on board. BlackRock's gotten on board. Governments are rolling out digital frameworks. Come on now, wake up, please. Nicely wake up. Ripple's infrastructure is integrating into banks, payment corridors, and treasury systems. These are facts. It's not a dream. These are facts. This ain't no crypto Twitter. This is real stuff. These are real businesses. Folks that really go to a real job and perform a real function and move our real money, our real value across the planet. It's actually real. All right, let's get into this a little bit deeper here, guys. Yeah, thanks, Adam. I appreciate you. My style is no style. Maybe that's why you like it. I'm not trying to be a wisecracker because I don't give a crap and I could care less what anybody thinks about me because I know that I am born alone and I die alone, and I'll share some time with y'all in between, and it's kind of fun. My style is I have no style. My style is I'm a little knucklehead here on YouTube that's a contractor that I learned about crypto about 6 years ago. So you guys can all do the same thing. Hats off to you, Adam, Monsager, Art Caffeine, Crawbillies, everybody who joins us. I mean, you guys know what the heck you're talking about in crypto. I know what I'm talking about too, but you guys do too if you're listening to me. Guys, all right. Whew. Calm down, Tank. Don't get all crazy. Kind of tough at this stage of the game. In crypto, we see it transparent on chain, guys, that whales are actually controlling this market. They are liquidating the longs. Be careful. How in the world can you think you're going to do something better than a financial master or whiz on this planet who's been all across this globe playing with the largest players on the planet for 20, 30, 40 years, and they say to all of us, now look at you could try it. I mean, you try it if you can have a 67.8% winning percentage. 66.7, whatever it is, to actually be able to day trade, right, successfully and crush it. But these guys admit they can't do it. How do you think you're going to play long positions to be able to do it? What are you doing? Oh, boy. Some people out here, I'm telling you, are playing games with leverage and finding out the hard way, including some friends of mine, which I feel horrible about. Guys, please be careful. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. And I certainly can tell you that I only learned See, I'm still saying finance. That means I don't know a lot, right? If I knew, I would say finance because it's like legalese. You got to say it right. It's finance. That means he doesn't know what he's talking about because he didn't say finance. Oh, boy. This matrix gets a little tiring. Hey, guys, here's the deal. Hey, look. Now, listen. I'm going all CEO on you. You know what happens when we get CEO talk coming at you. Anytime Brad Garlinghouse talks, he says, now listen, now listen, now look, now listen, now watch. Oh, boy. All right, now let me lay it down for you. Let me go all CEO on you. Don't forget about Kayla Brown, because a lot of you are going to make a big old mistake, and I don't mean anything negative by that, and you're going to be tied up in all these exchanges, and you'll be like, what's going on? How come Uphold isn't active? It's crashed. Now, what's going on here? I don't understand. What's going on with Uphold? And by the way, when I go over to Coinbase, It's doing the same thing. Why is coin? What? No, I'm not playing games with you, Coinbase. So I have some stuff on Coinbase that I can't get off. I got a little bit on Uphold that I can't get off. Word to the wise, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. I'm an educator, and I'm an entertainer a little bit sometimes. Here's the deal. Before you go buy your crypto on Uphold or wherever you purchase it, because you got to purchase it somewhere first, right? I always recommend Caleb and Brown. Now look at if you go buy it on Caleb and Brown, you don't have to worry about then moving it all over to Caleb and Brown, right? So here is the right. I already know that's true. Why are you saying right then? Why are you looking for approval? Right. Check the box. Checks the box. Yeah, you tracking me? Tracking me. Let's get all robotic again. Tell them Tank sent you when you call that 844 number, by the way. Here's what's going to happen. People are going to be caught this time around on exchanges like Uphold and so forth, and we've already seen it. Whenever the crypto market gets volatile, either red or green in a major way, either up or down or up, either red or green, we see these sites crash a rooney. But it's still happening. Now that means when your XRP, I'm not touching XRP for a long time. If I ever do, I'm not cashing it out. But anyway, let's say one of your coins runs and you're like, oh my goodness, if I bought it at 5 cents or whatever it is, here you go. Let's say you bought your coin at 5 cents. Let's say you went ahead and bought, let's give a quick example. This is what I'm going to caution against, okay? Yeah, I'm making my voice do that purposely. Now, look, this is my caution. Now, listen, I'm going to go all CEO on you and try to help you. No, I'm on your level. Don't worry. I'm not on a high horse at all. I knew nothing about all this stuff 6 years ago, okay? I'm on no high horse whatsoever. Just know that. I am justified, bona fide, authentic, and strong in my knowledge. And I'm telling you that I know a lot about cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies. Because I did a lot of work and I learned a lot and I spent 8 hours a day for year after year, almost 8 hours a day, and I'm proud of it. I had a job that allowed me to have earbuds in, and I constantly, like Neo in the Matrix, downloaded from Tank. Oh, Tank, nice. Yeah, the operator there in the Matrix, and I just kept getting download after download after download, and I was like, "Oh my God, this thing's actually a thing. We're not making this up. Holy crap, they're tricking everybody." Then I got to see they're tricking everybody for real. Whoa, oh for real skis. And then I saw that, oh my gosh, if I put just a little bit of money into this, not financial advice, and then I saw my money start to magnify, and I said, oh, why didn't they tell me about this? Including my folks who did so well with money, and so many other people that I've watched do well with money. Oh, somebody did tell me. A buddy of mine, a mentor of mine that I painted for back in the day, who had a painting company with a couple of partners back in Connecticut, and he'd always have his laptop, not always, but we'd be painting in condos or whatever, apartments that were vacant. He'd have his laptops up, charts running. I'm thinking, I thought this guy was a painter, but he had an economics degree from UConn, poli-sci in economics. He's a lovely guy. Shout out to Vin. Lovely guy. What a fantastic character. Boy, did he constantly tell me, now look, Franker, here's the deal. As a young guy, I painted from when I was in college, and he said, look, here's what they're not telling you, is you can gain a massive advantage if you actually take your money you earn, let's say $100 or whatever at that time, back in the 90s. Take that money I'm old. Take that money that you earn and put it into an investment like a stock or something. I'm going to show you and help you. And the dude actually bought me a stock. He actually bought me a stock for like $100 or $200 or whatever it was. And I was like, when he emailed it, showed me, and he said, now check this and watch this. Go to this site and watch it. Good for him. He tried to teach me. I wasn't ready to latch on just yet at that time. It took me some decades later before I woke up. I'm 54 and I started kind of when I was like 47, 48. So, shame on me in some ways and hats off to me in other ways, right? Because some people never see the light. So hats off to you folks, everybody who sees the light in crypto. If you had, hats off to you, Vin. Anyway, I latched on now. So back to my point here. Nice sidetrack. Believe it or not, I actually remember where I was. That's kind of crazy. I don't believe I do. Can't believe I do. If you did actually get something like VeChain for 1 cent right now, let's do a quick little, let's get back to my point. That was a heck of a sidetrack. If you wanted to spend, let's say, $5,000, let's say you can scrounge up $5,000. Don't tell me you can't, because I know you got a car repair coming up. Sooner or later, that's going to be like $5,000. How about you quit kidding yourself and stop telling yourself lies in the mirror? Lies, lies, lies. While we buy. Now, look, quit playing games with yourself and stop lying to yourself and simply be truthful and honest with yourself. I'll get to comments in a minute, guys. Now, look, here's the deal. If you CEO talk, now look, here's the deal. If you take your $5,000 and you say, I want to go ahead and buy VeChain for 0.014 of a cent. Let me divide that. Boy, I really need coffee. I wish somebody in my studio could find a way to get me coffee if they're watching. All right, here's the deal. If you did that, you wouldn't have 357,000 VeChain. Yeah, you'd have, hey, look at your audience when you're talking to them. Look them in the eye. Hey, look, could I look you any more directly in the eye and tell you, and I'll take my headphones off for it? $357,142. Now look at, you got to pay your fee to the exchange and so forth. 357,000. Pretty sure that was it. Let's say it was. Okay, 357,000. That means we had an all-time high of 27 cents on VeChain, which isn't really so accurate. But let's say that's what it was. And let's say you did drop your money and your 5K at that cost right now, right here. Let's pull it up a little higher so you can see it. See right here. You went ahead and put that money in, spent $5,000. You got your 357,000 coins of VeChain. Now, it had an all-time high of 27 cents. We can reasonably say, we don't have to even go a full fib sequence past its all-time high. We can even just go, what is a full fib sequence past its all-time high? Somebody tell me in the comments. Let's go a 3x past 27 cents. No, let's go 5x. It's got it in it for sure. When we crush this thing with this bull market running, VeChain be going. There's many things about VeChain I can talk to you about. Sonny Liu, former CTO, Chief Technology Officer of Louis Vuitton China, blah, 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 QR code. I mean, these things, you have products that you can see where this chicken or meat has been from its inception, its birth, from cradle to grave. You literally QR scan, hit the QR code with your phone, and it pulls up everything that's been fed, if it's antibiotics, anything, everything, the quality of the food, every last blessed thing, if it got moved to this farm, that farm, anything you're buying. So VeChain performs that function. Also deals with tokenizing real-world assets on chain. It's also in with the government that starts with a C, and the next letter is an H, and the next is an I, and I just don't know what the algorithm does, so I don't want to say the whole thing. I don't want to have problems. I don't know. Isn't that so silly in today's world? But anyway, a monster powerhouse of a country, right? You know who they are. Yeah. VeChain, hard to get in with those guys over there with that government, but they did. And yeah, so here you go. What can you say about that? What can you say about VeChain dominating in the world of thwarting, in the way of thwarting the about $6 trillion ripoff market, where you get boxes of Gucci watches that come in, right, to the jewelry store? It's not just a watch here or there. It's boxes. They trade them out, and then they send them out, and then they gain millions on one shipment, okay? This is what happens. It's also handbags. It's also fine wines. It's also artwork. It's up to about $6 trillion or so, the ripoff market. This is what VeChain does, verifies authenticity. Anyway, moving on. VeChain, easily going, solid project. Solid advertisement with UFC, spending the money, proving the dollars, proving the infrastructure, proving the real-world board of directors. Go check them out. Oh, boy. Check out VeChain. VET is the ticker. I'm going to give them a 5x past their all-time high, no problem, to $1.35 this next bull run. Well, isn't that interesting? Because if you spent the not you, if an individual, because I'm not a financial advisor, if the individual spent that, what did I say, $1.35? that would end up being how much for you? Or for that individual? Almost a $500,000 for $5,000. All right. Well, this is where we're playing with crypto. Sam Drunkenmiller does say that crypto is the fastest horse in the race. Wonder why he's saying that. Do you think he might have something there? Let's get into this, guys. I'll get to comments in a second.
Welcome back. Let's check crypto prices this morning. Take a look. They're higher across the board. The Securities and Exchange Commission has ended its investigation into crypto exchange Ripple, the latest, of several deregulation actions by the Trump administration in the digital asset sector. Joining me now is the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, back with us. Brad, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
It's great to be back. Nice to see you.
Well, congrats on this move by the SEC. What does this enable you to do at this point?
Thank you. Congrats to, I think, the whole industry in a bunch of ways. As you know well, Ripple is really...
You got to know this is a video from March 24th, 2024. Okay, so we're going back in time here.
The very first crypto companies get sued by the SEC. We said then when it started that the SEC was going to be on the wrong side of the law as well as on the wrong side of history. It took longer than we would have liked to kind of prove that out and more than $150 million of legal bills, but we're thrilled with the ultimate outcome. It allows us to really unlock the U.S. market, which has really been very hostile with a lot of headwinds in the U.S. market for the whole crypto industry.
Yeah, for sure, and we saw investors react to it, XRP seeing a gain over the last week. But Brad, I want to get your take on what Japanese banks may be preparing to do in terms of adopting XRP. What can you tell us about the growth story at Ripple when you look across the world, overseas markets?
Well, once the United States government filed suit, we really were kind of frozen in the U.S. market. And so about 95% of our customers today, Ripple's customers, are non-U.S. financial institutions. And those are some of the largest financial institutions ranging from HSBC and BBVA to payment providers you wouldn't necessarily have heard of. Markets like Japan, I think, are still unlocking. The market opportunity here is massive. You have trillions of dollars flowing cross-border globally. It's still largely dominated by the SWIFT network, if you will. And that's architecture. That's a technology architecture that was developed 50 years ago. There's an opportunity to modernize. That takes time, particularly when you have a government in the U.S. kind of combating that innovation. But that's changing now. The Trump effect, if you will, is profound. You're seeing that in asset prices, but you're also going to see that in the adoption of these technologies.
Yeah, and I think, so when you're looking at the growth story then of Ripple, does it still come from overseas, or are you expecting a change in terms of domestic interest in Ripple?
Well, we're definitely already seeing a change in the domestic interest. These 6 weeks after President Trump was elected, we signed more deals in the United States than we had in the previous 6 months. So these are very innovative technologies. I think they're going to play out over 10, even 20 years in terms of how they integrate and rewire the financial infrastructure of the United States. That's across payments. That's across even the settlement of maybe real estate transactions, securities transactions. So I think we're going to see this play out over a long arc. But the United States is finally unlocked, and I think people are underestimating how big that change is, and you'll see that continue to play out this year.
Yeah. Now, President Trump.
Oh, boy. Brad, are they underestimating it? They have no idea. Most have no idea. If they did, a lot more people would be into crypto right now, but they're not. That tells me most people have no idea. That's why I'm saying that. Now, if we saw more folks into crypto now, I would say people do have an idea. So that's where we are with crypto. That's where we are this morning on the program. Let's get over to some comments. I have been neglecting my peeps. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And Marty says, I love those bloopers you're putting at the end of your long-form videos. Hilarious. Oh, thank you. Yeah, check our long-term. Thanks, Marty. Check our long-form videos out as well, please. We have a whole bunch of shorts too. I think we have almost 1,000 videos out now. Marty says, just take your coffee and beer money and invest. Wow. Oh, thank you. The studio heard me. Thank you. Thank you for my coffee. Thank you. Yeah, Marnie says here, love those bloopers you're putting at the end of your long form videos. Take your coffee and beer money and invest. Let's get into that for a sec. Adam, welcome in. Will you talk about the Templeton ETF? Sure, I will. Give me just a moment and I will. Now, Miss Marnie says here, just to take your coffee and beer money. Now, look, I stopped on the beer and I stopped on the wine, but I've allowed myself, I'm not even taking that liberty because it's not even fun, one glass of wine a week. Sometimes two. Or a drink, but I try to make it be a glass of wine. Haven't had a beer in a little while now. I'm old and I'm fat. And I gotta keep this thing under wraps, or I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my crypto money. Move around well. Traipse around Italy. Leaping over the Trevi fountains in Italy. How am I gonna do that when I'm a big fatty? Because I'm drinking all kinds of beer. Empty calories. Now look, I care about my health. I work out. I don't, I train a little bit, I guess. Kung Fu still. But I will tell you that I'm very serious about diet and what I put into the big black hole, the big mouth, and also the two ears, and also the eyes. What we take in the skin, what we take into our system matters. Anyway, yeah, if you took all that money, I'm sure you'd be doing, don't worry, I'll get to your question, Adam. Hang on one sec here now, child. Now, look, when it comes to the coffee and the beer money, I think we can add that up to be probably, let's do that real quick. Hold on, Marty makes a great point. I gotta do it. Share screen. Okay, share screen. Tanker's trying to get familiar with his surroundings. He's new on YouTube. Give him a break. All right, here's the deal. If you took that money, let's say you're drinking a case of beer. Why would it sound like I'm announcing a horse race? All right, say you take that money you're going to put in a case of beer. You come around outside, you stay, you don't spend it, and you put it in your wallet and you save it. You turn around, you get up on a pole, then you go ahead and purchase, buy some XRP or maybe some VChain or whatever. You go ahead and put it on a cold storage wallet, put it away, air gap it, don't have it hot on the internet, make sure you keep it stocked away. I'm not a financial advisor. These are the steps I would take, and these are the steps I do take. You then go ahead and wait until you see the markets go up and let the market tell you what to do, and be patient and stop being a little 2-year-old. And you just wait and you chill out. And then when it does, you start cashing money out, and you want to be careful. Make sure maybe you're not on an exchange that can crash on you. And of course, like Uphold, only allow 50,000 to pull off a day, or Coinbase 100,000 a day. Or if you have a pro account, you can pull off $250,000 a day, but you're limited. So if your stuff runs to 750 that day, 750K or $1.5 million or whatever, you ain't pulling it out. Now you was a millionaire on paper. Or if the exchanges crash, which they all prove to do, Kraken, Fenex, all of them, they all crash. Anytime crypto goes up or down in a violent way with any kind of volatility, they crash. So good luck to you being a millionaire on paper. So you might want to think about getting over to the old Caleb and Brown now, wouldn't ya? Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. However, Caleb and Brown might be a thought for you. Tell them the tanker sent you. They don't commingle your funds. They're open 24/7. They're in Australia. That's not a bad thing. They also don't charge anything to go ahead and on-ramp all your crypto onto their site, which uses Fireblocks institutional grade custody to guard your crypto. Hello. Are anybody paying attention to crypto? Is anybody paying attention to crypto? I wonder, and I just sound like oh boy, what a high horse kind of guy you sound like, Tanker, with all this talk. Comment down and talk to the regular people. Look, I got to get back to Adam's comment here. Sorry, Adam. You put it into crypto right now. This isn't financial advice. You literally, with that kind of money each month, DCAing, dollar cost averaging into crypto. That means buying it no matter whether it's up or down at the same time each week, no matter what, on the steady ready. And also buying the dips when it's down. That means when it's down, it's low for newcomers, right? You buy those dips. Get your average purchase price down. Get it low, low. Get it low, low. You sick of winning? Sound like Trump right there. You sick of winning? Get it low, low. We did real good with that crypto thing. Yes, we did. Nothing wrong with impersonations. I have the utmost respect for our president. I think he's one of the smartest guys that we've ever had in the position. And I am saying that President Trump is going down as one of the best presidents in history. And anybody who's not watching that and doesn't see that ain't paying paying attention. That's not a political view. That's a stance based on actions that I have seen, unless something tells me otherwise, that President Donald Trump is one of the top. I've researched them all. I haven't lived during their times. I've researched the happenings in the history during those times, and I'm going to tell you he's one of the best in history. President Trump's one of the best in history. Now, to your question, Adam. Wait, hang on. What was your question? God, I sidetracked so freaking long. I didn't see your question. I forgot your question. Oh, you wanted to know about the ETF. You were asking about Templeton ETF. Well, Franklin Templeton ETF is coming up. It's supposed to be today, isn't it? Oh boy, I didn't do my current events this morning. I went on and I vowed to always every day make sure I keep on top of current events. Hang on one sec. What's the status of the Franklin Templeton ETF as of right now? 7:43 Colorado time. Tuesday, the 18th of November. Thanks, Adam. I get caught not paying attention sometimes. Oh boy. Franklin Templeton, the EZRP, and we of course were joking about it and thought it was just not a joke. It's a cool name, actually. Who is it? Crypto Sensei is like, that's the coolest name. Crypto Sensei is pretty cool. He's got a good energy. I would check him out as well. You want to check yourself some Crypto Sensei, some Zach Rector, some Brad Kimes, Digital Outlook, Digital Perspective. Digital Outlook. You got your, you got a few folks, Crypto Hulk. You got a few folks that I would tune into. They're folks who have taught me quite a great deal about crypto. Versan and Vendel. You got Edo Farino. You got Farina. You got this guy. Well, hang on. Nothing wrong with impersonation. Hey guys, welcome to Coffee Chat. Boy, is that ever good. That was my first sip I took with you this morning. This guy's awesome. I love David. He's the best. He and his wife Judy. That's a term of that's an impersonation of endearment. That guy's cool. I like David. He's a sweet soul. He's a great guy. The guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to crypto. I'm not just saying that. So are his other three cohorts there. Versan and Vendel from Black Swan Capital. Check them out. And also Edo Farina. Edo Farina. I believe it's Farina. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know a lot about what's happening with this EZRP ETF. Now, do I? What do you guys know about it? Set to launch November 24th. So we'll see. I know that Templeton is one of the largest players on the planet. I'm pretty sure this is a spot. You're asking me about it. I'm pretty sure it's a spot. It's EZRP. Let's see. Hold on. I'll give you some more on it. Hold on. November 24th. No trading data, of course. Give me more. Crypto Dragon Emperor. Welcome into the channel. Welcome back, buddy. Welcome back, my friend. Yeah, we're saying, okay, hang on. Oh, hold on now. The 18th. Today, tankers off. Tuesday, the 18th. Tuesday, the 18th. Context, launch details, and implications. Here we go. No full live trading data yet to show any price volume because the product appears to be pre-trading or just launching. So many numbers are forward-looking. What we do know so far, the ETF is being marketed as a spot ETF for XRP, so it absolutely is a spot. That means, of course, it has exposure. So the spot means it actually has exposure to the actual asset. It's holding the asset for you. When it's a future, it's not holding it. It's actually just access to the price action. So there's a difference. If we're going to get unauthentic with doing an ETF and unconnected, not unauthentic, unconnected, directly connected like keeping it in a cold storage, and we're going to go ahead and use an ETF, you want to make sure it's at least a spot. In my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor. I haven't taken the Series 65. I'm not an RIA. But anyway, the expected launch date, of course, is November 18th, which, of course, is today on the CBOE BZS Exchange, Chicago. Analysts are projecting day one trading volume in the range of about 150 mil to 250 mil. That's insane crap because I think we have record-breaking inflow the other day of the Canary Capital, which is a small little LLC XRPC. of like 56 mil or something. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So these are big numbers, man. Yet the broader context, multiple spot XRP ETFs launching in a cluster within mid-November. We're going to get some more too. Now look at Franklin Templeton has reputational scale too, large asset under management as well, which may give a very large push here. Wide distribution channels. We could be seeing some major capital inflows here, and then we won't see XRP's price go up directly right away, except for maybe on the sentiment, and then it'll crash back down, and it'll be like, see, XRP's a nothing burger because all that money came into the Franklin Templeton. See, that didn't make any sense. XRP's a nothing burger. No, they got to go buy again. Now look at it. It's going to take till about Q1, Q2 till we see massive price increase on XRP price due to this ETF capital inflow activity, in my opinion, because they've got to, of course, they've already have a ton of it on hand. Then they've got to run out of it and then go purchase more, and then we're going to start to see supply shock and some tightening. Guys, anybody know anything about crypto out there? Somebody tell me in the comments, because I'm getting some really dumb stuff in my comment section, but I get some good stuff too. So we get a lot of positive. Turdy, welcome in. Turdy, that's an interesting name. Munsager, welcome in. Let's get back to our comments here. Old man needs to get his glasses on now. Ciao. Somebody go fetch my sweet tea. And thanks for giving me the heads up on our new Easy RP. I always want to throw an X in. You don't do it. It's just simply Easy RP. Welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Guys, if you want to know some things about crypto, you might want to tune into this channel for a little bit. I say that without ego. We really know our stuff here. Tap like, subscribe, please. If you're loving the content, please tap the bell notification as well. And don't forget, we have launched our Patreon, which is really silly. We don't have many members because we just started it. Help us out in there. And we get 10. We're going to give 11th away. I'm not a financial advisor. Never be buying or selling anything, particularly not these three, because of what I say or do on the channel. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not an RIA. I've not been through the ringer. I've not taken my Series 65 exam. And you shouldn't buy or sell anything because of what I say or do, because crypto is very dangerous. You can lose your stocks, your shorts, your shirts, your glasses, everything in crypto. Be very careful. Never play this video back in 3 years where I'm telling you to never buy these three, or HBAR, or Algo, or IOTA, or Quant, or ADA, or any of the 8 ISO cryptocurrency projects, the ISO 20022 coins laid out by ISO.org, which is the International Standard of Operations, which lays out a best practices messaging code for every single thing that exists on the planet, including for OSHA, that's dealing with, managing construction, people doing things safely, blah, 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 blah. Surgical, my examples, brain surgery, surgical equipment, the level that it has to be to, banking standards, so on and so forth. The world abides by ISO.org, one of the largest consortiums on the planet that you probably have never heard of, unless you're into crypto, because I didn't either until I got into crypto. I didn't know a lot of things until I got into crypto. You know what? When I got into crypto, I learned about Forex markets. I learned about finance. I learned how to say finance instead of finance, that you actually say finance instead if you want to be like in a little club. You know what I mean? So, that's what I learned a lot in these last 6 years about the world and finance and Forex markets due to having to learn about crypto. You kind of can't learn about the crypto and not learn about how this world works and our monetary system works, and what it means at the FOMC meetings, the free open market committees, which, by the way, they're none of those 4 words. They're not free, they're not open, they're not markets, they're not committees. Come on, let's pay attention now. Jerome Powell gets up there and starts reading you his script, blah, 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 and he's a good teleprompter reader, and then he goes and dodges all these questions, the question and answer section at the end. He's really good at it, by the way. If you know about all this stuff and you watch Jerome Powell up there clearing his throat, our colleagues and I, our dual mandate goal to keep inflation low and keep a strong, robust labor market below 3%. Now, every time he clears his voice, he ain't telling you the truth. Now, look, that's how Jerome Powell goes. Now, God bless this guy. He's up there as a talking head, a puppet for the Fed, and we've had Ben Bernanke. We've had all of them. We've had Greenspan. They're all up there. Come on. Anybody busted out of the Matrix yet? Anybody see the truth of this whole game yet? It's all a game. We have a faulty monetary system. Anybody know about Bretton Woods? All you're going to do is kick this can down the road. Now, child, somebody go fetch me my sweet tea and fetch me a $500 bill. Because you know what? I'm going to need it to keep up with what I thought was a $100 bill coming up in just some days, because that's how fast our money is debasing. I hope you're having fun. I sure am. Oh boy, why is Marty the only one commenting in here? She's not. We got Turdy and some others. Tank's a knucklehead. He doesn't know how to use his comment section. Hang on, guys. Let's get into these comments. Sorry, Marty. Spitting the truth, says Marty on the Tanka. Thank you. Yep, my cold storage is my treasury. Dang right now, Crypto Dragon. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button, says the Dragon Emperor. Excellent day to you all. It certainly is. Turdy says, imagine owning something. What over 99% don't. Holy crapola. It's hard sometimes. It really is, guys. This whole crypto thing's very interesting. And that the rest of the world's going to be jumping on board very shortly, and how early you guys actually are. So we have several coming on board this week. That's awesome. Monsager, lay them out for us. What are the... just bought more. Good job, Monsager. Monsager, lay out our ETFs. We're a teaching channel. Monsager, lay it out. Use Google and AI if you have to. But you do some teaching and help me out, because I gotta, that's cool. I'm going to delegate some responsibility to our channel and ask Monsager to please, thank you for giving me the heads up too, by the way, lay out these ETFs that are coming out. You guys can also refer back to videos that we have on them, but go ahead and help us, Monsager, in the comment section with our ETFs that are coming up this month. And somebody talked to me about why BlackRock doesn't have an ETF. Anybody think that's kind of funny? Guys, we're standing at the earthquake of we're standing at the earthquake of crypto. We're at the fault line, basically, of the biggest financial upgrade, a Bretton Woods, 2.0, 4.0? What the hell is the number on Bretton Woods now? 2.0? I don't know. Back in New Hampshire, they met during wartime to say, oh my gosh, how do we handle this money situation? How do we keep the U.S. dollar strong moving forward? Bretton Woods. Yeah, go check it out. And they came to a conclusion. Go check it out. Anyway, you got to know your money history to be playing this game, at least to a small degree, to do well. And that's my opinion. Money in the, let's get to, I'm expecting another dip, says Crypto Dragon, before the end of the month. I'm going to catch that dip. Crypto Dragon, you are all over it. Monsager's all over it, buying more cryptos during these dips. I am not a financial advisor. I can never tell anybody what to buy on the channel. I would never tell you what to do with your money. Why would I? You would never listen to me because of what I say. That would be foolhardy. You definitely wouldn't play this video back 3 years from now, and because of what I'm saying. And you definitely wouldn't see the truth that where we are now with crypto at $3.13 trillion, if we, when in doubt, zoom out, which we're almost always in doubt, we can put ourselves to right about in between this spot, which is kind of like the start, somewhere around June-ish, somewhere around just after the summer solstice, the 6/21 summer solstice of 2025. Yes, we'll benchmark in astronomical measurements, benchmarks, guideposts. Yes, that's what we can do. That'll really allow us to zoom out. Why don't you go back to the last equatorial precession, the precession of the equinox, like 2,150 years ago. Why don't you go back to the last turn and do that, and then talk about crypto and see what they say to you. You know, there's this thing called crypto coming. You know that? And yeah, okay. All right, Joseph. All right, whatever. Guys, crypto's only back here is my point. Stop being little children here, please, and wake the hell up. Because if you go back to about Thanksgiving time last year, we're at about the same spot. So everybody's going to go, now what happened to crypto? Because last Thanksgiving, we're in the same spot as we were last year if we zoom out. And you'd be right, we are. So then what happened? A whole bunch of nonsense had to happen. All this stupid nonsense had to happen all in here until we get up here and get your hopes all back up again and say, oh, sorry, you thought that was a thing. It's a nothing burger. And go back down there again to where we see 15 and green at freaking 15%. And all the little kids get scared and they run. Guys, crypto is like the Oregon Trail. Not everybody is meant to travel the Oregon Trail. There's a lot of people who should not be in crypto. You shouldn't be in crypto. You got no business playing this game. I mean, no offense. I love everybody. I'm being accurate, honest, factual. a Gnostic type thinking, not believing something I can't see and don't know just in case, spitting the truth and being authentic. I don't know. I don't know. I know what I can see and taste and touch. I got a feeling about certain things. All right. Jeez, who's wearing the tinfoil hat now? Because the world thinks that Bitcoin, I'm going to close on this note, by the way. The world thinks that Bitcoin is the schnizzity schnizzle because why? Price-wise, it actually is. Because if we go back to it, what performs like this puppy? Nothing in history. It's the best performing asset in human history, Bitcoin. It's at a price of $91,500 per Bitcoin, such that if somebody had purchased a Bitcoin, check it out now, come back here with me back in time to 2010 now. Back in July of 2010, if somebody bought Bitcoin for 0.07 cents, like a buddy of mine, Mark, who did, if they bought it for 0.07 cents and said, $500 is a big thing right now. You're telling me this Bitcoin, but I can afford it, then I'm going to try it. You said, where was my price? Did you say 0.07 cents? Let me give her a shot. 0.07 cents. Let me give it a shot. That means I just got 7,142 Bitcoin. Okay. You telling me it's at what, 91,004 right now? Oh, so you're telling me if I did that back then on Bitcoin, right now I would have 652 million before taxes? Yes. The power of crypto. Now, here's the thing. This little character right over here, Mikey boy, Mikey Sailor, I can't give you a lot of, come on. This guy's coming out of MIT. He's telling you mortgage your house to go purchase some cryptocurrency. No, he didn't say that, but he's all but saying, take out a HELOC on the home and go ahead and put it into Bitcoin. Come on, Sailor. What are you talking about, guy? I'm talking to you now, boy. Are you trying to tell me that you, with all your financial sense and intellectual prowess and research ability, proof positive that you've done the research and you know your stuff on the old Bitcoin and blockchain techs, you trying to tell me, Mikey boy, that Bitcoin is a store of value and not a store of speculation? You can't say it's a store of value, because that would mean you are not speaking properly in economic terms. We have dictionaries, we have terms that mean things, Mikey boy. So Michael Saylor, you need to put, and everybody else who is a Bitcoin maxi needs to be quiet with Bitcoin being the next best thing since sliced bread because it does something, because it doesn't do anything. Its price action is showing that it's a great store of speculation. It fails on 3 of the 4 stores of value. We are about accuracy and facts on the channel. I don't care that the whole world wants and is saying Bitcoin. Crypto people are saying, I need Bitcoin to go up. Tank, stop saying that stuff. We need Bitcoin to go up. This boy, Mikey Sailor. All right, now here's the deal. Here's what this guy's not understanding. You're so smart, Mikey Sailor. This dude right here, Mikey Sailor. You're so smart, Mikey boy. Then how come you don't know this? That Bitcoin is actually a store of speculation. That if we are sitting in the Wharton School of Business right now, and you are in the back row and I am the teacher, I am going to tell you to please be quiet and sit down. We'll hold your questions to the end, Mikey Sailor. No, Mikey, we'll hold your... Mikey, stop interrupting. We'll answer your questions at the end, young man. Now look, I have to go CEO on you, Michael Saylor. You are failing. Your Bitcoin is not burned in the real world, even when somebody buys a coffee with it. Get on your information and get on your facts and get on your research, unless you already know this to be true. Okay? So Bitcoin never gets burned. So those 21 million are always 21 million. So whoever's got them's got them. Whoop-de-doo. Big deal. How is that such a special thing? It doesn't work as a payment system. By and large, it doesn't. It fails. It goes up like a son of a gun over time. It's the best performing asset in history. God bless you. But that means it doesn't stay correlated with the cost of goods and services, which it needs to hit one of the 4 criteria to be a true store of value. It fails. What do you know about economics, sailor, is what I'm going to ask you when you're coming out jumping up and down about Bitcoin, saying it's a store of value when it is not. In fact, I think you stopped saying that now. So you're starting with a payments chain. Oh, it's a payment mechanism, right there. And you saw the truth on that, and the light got shown on you Bitcoin people, and you saw that wasn't the truth, and it can't be a payment system. Then you jumped over to store of value. We're a store of value, though. No, you're not, because you fail on 3 out of 4. You only win on portability and divisibility. You crush it in that regard. God bless you. I'm here to tell you the truth. You do great in that regard. I'm here to say the truth. Good for you that you're the best performing asset in history, but you do it on speculation because you don't do anything utility-wise in the real world. So everybody who is saying Bitcoin is going to $1 million might be a little robot. You might want to stop and think about that, because I heard a lot of people saying that. A lot of big money people saying Bitcoin going to $1 million, including a lot of brilliant people too. So why are you doing that? And why are you saying that when you know Bitcoin's not going to $1 million? This goes for Trump's son as well. Eric Trump, why are you saying that Bitcoin's going to $1 million someday when you know about business and this whole thing and you are so smart? Come on, you know it ain't going to $1 million. Come on now, child. You know that stuff ain't going to $1 million. I'm here to say the truth, even to the Trump family. God bless you, Trump family. No, this isn't true. Come on, you know that's not true. Bitcoin has no real value except to be saying, I think that thing might go up. It really is only that. It can't be used as a payment system. It fails as a store of value. We know economics. It fails. Very kindly, I will say to Eric Trump, it fails, my good sir. I respect you greatly, and I will tell you, it fails as a store of value when we know money. Any professor, economics professor at the Wharton School of Business will say, it fails. Words mean things, and we have dictionaries with definitions in them so we can actually keep track of things and actually know what things mean, and it fails. And when it comes to the definition of a store of value, it does not hit 3 of the 4. Now, some people are sick of hearing this. Sorry. Gotta tell you the truth. When the jig is up on Bitcoin that it actually is a store of value and everybody realizes the truth, we're going to do a flip ski. And when the real world utility has been proven with ODL for on-demand liquidity for XRP, and it's on the XRPL and XRP being burned and becoming more scarce in the real world, by the way. How ridiculous. Bitcoin doesn't go anywhere. Who cares if you only got 21 million? It never goes anywhere. Who cares? It doesn't do anything. How is that valuable? It's like holding a baseball card. What are you doing? And the best financial minds on the planet are jumping on board this Bitcoin thing and going, you got to get your Bitcoin. What are you kidding me? I'm a newbie at this 6 years ago and I see the truth. Will you wake up, please, kindly, everybody on this planet? Bitcoin's a piece of crap. All right, anyway, when you finally see that, we will transpose prices. We will take Bitcoin's 95K or so over at XRP, and Bitcoin, you can have the speculated start over at 0 again and go back to $2.19 or wherever we are. Thank you, drops the mic. Oh, boy, when you make yourself laugh. Yeah, I'm preaching for a reason. I just saw that real quick from Crawbillies. I'm preaching for a reason, guys, and I know you're being funny. Guys, I'm preaching for a reason because everybody is going to be shocked to the like you wouldn't even believe. Guys, do you guys realize that this crypto thing, the explosion on this is minor compared to what we saw with the internet bubble, the internet explosion? Internet bubble is for the negative. That's CBS talk. That's these other channel talk. That's ABC, CBS, CNN. 60 Minutes. That's all those channels that talk like that. Oh, you mean that bubble? You mean that internet bubble? What does that do when we say internet bubble to somebody? Words do mean things. They evoke certain responses in humans, don't they? It's basic psychology. When we say bubble, it means that's bad. That thing popped. Stay away from it. False bottom. Blah, 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 blah. Right? Right. Yeah? Yeah, you tracking me? Yeah, so check the boxes. I got to wind myself up again. Hang on. Oh, my God. Bitcoin is a store of value. I have been told. Okay, Ethereum, I have been told, will run the future of crypto because everything is written on it now. Don't you see? I got to get to the comments. Sorry, guys. I'm so comment negligent, and you guys are the key to the show, not this little knucklehead. Boy. Silky the Global Man, welcome into the channel, says bags packed, not falling for the FUD. We got someone not locked into the matrix who's broken out and sees the truth of things. Good for you, my brother or my sister. Mr. Ortez Nelson, my brother. Yo, what's up, my brother? One of our seniors in the community who decided to not buy a car for cash and instead put it into XRP. Might have been one of the smartest moves of his life. I'm not a registered investment advisor. Marty says, hey, Tank, when you say that everyone is suited up for crypto, I think you need to rephrase that because those people still don't get the hiccups at the wrong time. By the way, still should participate. They just need to get some help. Caleb and Brown. I'm going to agree with Marty because Caleb and Brown can help you out there. If you don't know a lot about crypto and you don't want to know about the cold storage wallets, and you're like, Mom, I don't learn all this stuff, this newfangled crypto animal. Are you kidding me? I'm 60 years old, or I'm 70, or I'm whatever, even more, even 80. I could still play this crypto game, but I'm not learning all these wallets. You don't need to. You go to a Caleb and Brown, tap our link down below. Now, Turdy says Bitcoin will go much lower, so much lower. I don't have really, it doesn't have real use in the crypto age. It really doesn't. There's no need for Bitcoin anymore. Go away, except to speculatively send our cryptocurrency market up and down as the big daddy who holds 2 point whatever trill, 1 trill or whatever of the 3 or 1 point whatever trill of the whatever it is today of the 3 point whatever $1 trillion crypto market, whatever it is today, because the world's a bunch of robots. And the biggest financial people over in this corner, we have Mr. Wonderful. He's got the suit up top, he does business on the top, and he's got the trunks down on the rear. He's got the pink pajama bottoms, trunks down on the bottom. Here comes Mr. Wonderful out on this corner. Now Financial Wiz over in this corner, we got Raul Powell. He's coming out over here from Bahamas or whatever, coming out in the trunks over in this corner. Now over in this corner, we got Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin. He's coming out in the pink and purple trunks, this kid. He's got, unicorns and purple daisies, yellow daisies on his shirt. He's coming out in this corner. We got a big, battle royale, crypto battle royale. How stupid. These are all the dumbest first movers in crypto, these chains, these coins that really, I say dumb, meaning they're not built for the crypto age. They were the first mover advantage, like the old school. Hang on. Wait for it. Clunky Army field phone. Yes, go ahead. Call the shot. Yes, good. No, retreat. No, pull back. Yes, we're fortifying position. Yes, don't worry. Tank's got this one. I gotta go start my day. I hope you guys are having. I gotta finish the comments first. Now, there's only one. Here he goes. Silky the Global Man says there's only 7 million total XRP wallets last time I checked, and low numbers in crypto in general compared with the masses. Correct. We are definitely early and blessed. Correct. And by the way, of these wallets, and not trumping you, Donald Trumping you. Yes, I agree with you, Silky Man. And here's the deal, my good buddy. You got a lot of multiple wallets. You got a lot of wallets, including mine, that just have a few on that wallet or this wallet or that wallet. So number of wallets, no offense to you at all, thank you for pointing that out, can be very deceiving, and I know you know that. So that's just that. I mean, you want to talk about how much money is into XRP versus what's into Bitcoin and what really ought to be? I'm telling you, we're going to transpose those prices. We're going to be at 94,000 at XRP price, and Bitcoin's going to go back to like $2 and whatever, because the world's going to see the truth on Bitcoin. Will it go to zero? No, because people are always going to hold it and keep trying to push it and always convince the masses that it's never going to go away, and it'll always hold at a certain price, but it will go down, 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 down in a huge way. It will not go to 1 million. That is nonsense. And by the way, it will, and Sailor talking about it going to 1 million. Will you please stop, Mikey boy? Now look at Mikey. Boy. All right, let's finish this one up. Tankers, stop sidetracking. We're definitely early and blessed for sure. Monsager says store of speculation for sure. Joel Katz knew years ago that BTC wouldn't do what it was intended to do, which is why I helped create the XRP Ledger with Arthur Brito and Jeb McCaleb and back in the day, and they actually ran Bitcoin on the Ledger. Oh, how ridiculous, dude. Yep, I'd be trying to preach, Crowbill is, you got it. Well, Bitcoin is a Trojan horse and XRP isn't that horse. You bet your sweet patootie. Can we trade it, LOL? Can we trade what? Can we trade Bitcoin? You can trade Bitcoin. Hit the like because we liking it and share it. And thanks, Crowbilly, for helping me out. Yeah, we can trade all this stuff. I mean, we can't like physically, Crowbilly, I don't know if that's the point you're bringing up. And I don't know if you're talking about Bitcoin. And thanks for the plug there. I don't know, man. I think we probably can, we can trade gold physically, right? I can hand you some gold and right. This stuff's virtual. So I don't know, man. Crypto's virtual, so we can't really, I'm not sure if that was your question or that was your point. Turkey Base, welcome in. Turkey Base, welcome to the channel. I tell my friends XRP will double way faster than XRP. Dude, it's going to do way more than double. The thing is, you're right, Monsager, but here's the thing, dude. XRP is going to do way more than double now. Ciao, because let's get into it right now. Let's take a quick peek at what XRP is probably going to do. Probably. You say it may double. Now look at Bitcoin has been here. Right? Bitcoin's now here at 92,000. Okay, that's great. Now look at XRP. XRP is here at $2.18. It was here at, a penny-ish or so. Okay. If we go back and look, Bitcoin is now at 92,000, whatever, give or take. So if we look at it and we say even at 92, it's priced now. I mean, even if we pulled, even if we said that we thought it could 5x, that's $460,000 Bitcoin. If we ever hit that, I'm going to say the world is truly dumb and truly has gone bonkers. Because what I'm saying about Bitcoin is true, and there's no reason for this thing to go this high. Boy, this is so ridiculous. The world really is. The world is a vampire. The world really is not too bright as a whole, is it? That movie Men in Black, when I think it was Will Smith or whatever, the other actor said, no, people are smart. Humans are smart. Humans are dumb as a collective. One person is smart, but the collective of when you get people together, you can get some really dumb actions. Now you only get $460,000 if you do that. Now, if you take your old XRP and you buy it at $2.19 right now, or you take it at $2.19 and you say it very likely it's going to about $500 to $1,000. If you can't see that about XRP, you don't know a lot about crypto, and I'm not trying to be mean to you. It means you're not paying attention. It means you also would not have already purchased XRP below somewhere around, 50 cents, 40 cents, 17 cents, 20, somewhere around that range. Just so you know, a lot of the folks that I listen to, the channels that I have mentioned to you, most of them purchased XRP 17 cents or lower. My average purchase price is below 40 cents, or 45 cents, or it's like 42 cents, something like that. Not too shabby. But XRP is certainly going to go to a price of at least $500. So, I'm sorry. My apologies. Let's give XRP a 100x and see what its price is. $219. So you're looking at basically a 250x or so. Let's try it again. Somewhere around there to get to our $500 price mark. Yeah, somewhere around 240x-ish, 200 and, whatever, 42x or something. That's what you're looking at in XRP from here. You're looking at about a 242x, and then it's going to go more like a 500 and a 550x or whatever, because it'll go to $1,000, and then it's going to go to $2,000. So that means it's going to go to about 1,000. This thing's going to keep going now. Ciao. I hope you all are paying attention to crypto. I hope you are enjoying Frank the Crypto Crazy Tank, who's shouting out all types of preachy opinions on the channel here this morning. 8:17 Mountain Time here, coming to you from sunny Colorado. Why is it so sunny? I don't know, but did you know that the genius Nikola Tesla way back in the day was searching for a place to install his Wardenclyffe Tower experiment because he needed the most sunny days of the year, and he thought it was Florida, but he thought he might want to check, and it wasn't Florida. Florida came in second, and Colorado comes in first as the most sunniest state. The most sunny days of the year since we've been tracking record. I don't know if you knew that, records. I don't know if you knew that or not. I feel this stuff's fun. Now look at Bitcoin. Definitely is a Trojan horse. I agree 100%. Now Turkey Base says, well, let's get back to Monsager. I tell my friends XRP is going to double way faster than BTC, and we just covered that, and you see the truth on it. Turkey Base says, my grandkids will thank me for listening to you, Tank. They'll thank you for listening to you. Don't give me the credit, Turkey Base. You are the one who did this. Guys, if anybody is doing this, it is all up to you, and you know that's true. You know I'm not the financial advisor. You guys are the one that are pulling the trigger. You're making it happen yourself. You're saying, look, I got to do my own research. I've got to take my hard-earned money, my extra hard-earned money, and take a chance on this. Although I have done this with other things before, and it has not panned out for me. We all have. Right? Do you guys seeing that truth? Don't give up. Be courageous and don't give up. Just because we've invested in things in the past and it hasn't worked out, don't be afraid. You're stronger than that. The ones who have made it, the Elon Musks, all of them have all ever only told you. And when you see them in an interview or whatever, they'll all tell you this. If the people who have failed, if I could just show them how close they were, that they gave up and they were so close. They were on try number 999. And they just needed that 1,000th try to do it. And where they have always failed in their life, all the years prior, with all the 999 moves they've tried, this was the one they were going to win, and they didn't do it. They had no idea how close they were. That's what we're dealing with a lot of folks with crypto. And a lot of folks with crypto see the truth of it and have a little excess money to put into it are kind of in their 50s and 60s now, aren't they? Yes. It's all levels and degrees. There's always a bigger fish. There's a lot of folks who can play ball with crypto and do very well with crypto at a young age on, Dunkin' Donuts money, or they're working at Dutch Brothers or whatever, and they're literally taking $50 a week and going, I put it into crypto. Those people are literally going to be a millionaire by the time they're like done working at Dutch Brothers in a couple of years. So anyway, I hope everybody's paying attention to crypto. I'm not a financial advisor. Let's continue here with comments. Yes, 1,000x is probably coming. It probably is. The XRP specialty, Welda. Good for you. It simply says XRP. Well, good for you, and thanks for joining one of the real XRP channels. I hope you stick around. Why don't you play some of our videos back and see what we're all about? I think you're going to like us. I hope you do. We try to match some, dovetail some humor, some intelligence, some crypto knowing, some busted out of the matrix knowing, and as little ego as possible. We try to say we know our stuff and appear credible. We got to walk that line in doing that and not appear ego. There's no place for that nonsense. We're all learning and we're all on this path. I knew nothing about this stuff 6 years ago. I really didn't. I knew about the Fed. Everybody thinks that I thought I knew what I was talking about. I was like, yeah, but I know the Fed's not federal. See, I got my tinfoil hat. I know the truth. I'm out of the matrix. Now, going to take a little bit more than that, child, is what I realized, and then I started learning. We do have to self-teach. Gregory Moran, welcome into the channel. Not today. I'll get to your comment in a second. Not today, club. Welcome back into the channel. Learning the charts says Crawbilly is risky, but it teaches TA, technical analysis. Yes, it does, which helps us self-help Got to pay attention. Now, look, I'm all for some TNA, and I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to tell you that somebody could know nothing about TA and crush it in crypto and in investing. Simply research what the awesome real-world projects are, real utility. Purchase, for example, not financial advice, the ISOs, buy early, keep them on cold, hold, watch when all the world goes, crypto's going crazy, did you see it? And it's all over the news. You don't need no charts to tell you that now, child. And you're on a Caleb and Brown, you go ahead, and when that talk starts, you start up the mountain. You want to pay attention to charts, though, because we still could have a double bottom like we had last market, and we saw the dead cat bounce. No, I don't like these terms. More than one way to skin a cat. Why are we hurting things and hurting animals? How silly with our little sayings. Dead cat bounce. How silly. But we did have that double top last time. We could have a double top this time or a triple top. And if that happens, you'd say, well, you got to pay attention to charts, Tank. I mean, if you don't do that, you're going to have the cab driver and everybody telling about crypto. You're going to think that's the top. It's all going to go down. You think you're all good. And all of a sudden we get another double top and everybody's talking about it again. And you'd be like, well, I already sold all my stuff. So yes, we want to look at charts. Very important. I am not saying TA is not important, and God bless you and good for you, by the way, Crawbillies, for learning your TA. And that rant sounded like I was against TA. I'm not. I see folks get too caught up in TA is what I'm going to say. I didn't mean to rhyme that time, but I thought it was my crime. That time I tried. Now look it. Fantastic morning and great FYI regarding Colorado. Yeah. Thanks not today. Now, Greg Moran says, I'm all in XRP, literally. I'm going to be pissed if this one doesn't work out. This is try number 1,000. Now, look it. If it doesn't work out, you don't get pissed. You keep going forward because eventually all you can ever do is get to the light, including me. You can't not. You keep trying, you can't not. All right. You get enough tosses at the target. Eventually, you're going to stop hitting, the old school that we all remember when we had our dartboard in the basement on the old school paneling. Those of us who are all old in crypto, if I can harken back to the old school brown paneling on the wall, sooner or later, you're going to stop putting holes in that paneling and you're going to hit that dartboard. Now, come on. Crawbillies, you got to self-teach. You damn right now, son, you got to self-teach. Agreed, brother. We've got to self-teach. Don't parrot things don't listen to me and then go say, Tank said this, that, the other thing. How dare you do that? Don't you dare do that. You better not. Don't do that. What you better do is maybe look at what I'm saying and then go research yourself and find out that it's actually true to stuff I'm saying. And then you can maybe go say that. But say it's only after you went and found out for yourself that what I was saying was actually true. Now, Satu, welcome into crypto. I ain't trying to tell you what to do either, but please, guys, we got to self-teach. Crawbillies is over to target. Satu XRP, welcome back in, brother. I did tiles for 8 years stacking XRP. And by the way, please don't worry, Gregory, because the world has already told us that crypto and XRP and the XRP Ledger and Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz and the like and the whole team is not going back in the model. Sorry, everybody who doesn't like XRP or didn't buy it. XRP is going nowhere but forward in the future here, including price-wise. There's no question about this. I am not a financial advisor. It's the most obvious thing to me in the world. Don't worry, you got this one. You know where you're going to mess up, Gregory, if you do sell, is you are, is where you are going to fail is if you lose the faith and you listen to the bull crapola and you sell before that point. Amazon kind of like did its thing, right? Right. Okay, so be careful. Now, don't listen to the nonsense and don't even talk like that. You're going to be so pissed. There's no need to be pissed because you're not wrong. You're definitely correct. You've already done the work and you know it's true. There is no try. Remember Yoda? In Star Wars, there is no try. That is why you fail. There is no try. Not meaning you, but that was the quote. Remember? When Luke's like, I don't believe it, when he raises the X-Wing out of the swamp, and Yoda goes, that is why you fail. Because you don't see it in your mind's eye and then have it be your reality. We're co-creating reality here, people. You're missing what you are as a human. Some. Now look at Turkey Base says, If I buy a Red Bull for $3.10 and have $1.90 left over, I DCA that $1.90 into XRP and others. And now I have acquired 2,000 XRP. Now, Turkey base. Now you're thinking like a master, right? Because when I would purchase my business over these last 6 years, I'm going, now look at Frank, stop. Do you really need that paintbrush, scraper? You have one that works just fine at home. You want a new nifty one, but you don't need to because it's expensive. It costs like $25. Do you really need to do that? Because if you took $25 right now and and by the way, this is some time ago when I was already all over this, and I agree with you 100%. Let me give you an example. And I was like, you know what? It was back here when I did it a lot, when I was doing a lot of purchasing. I was like, you know what, Frank? You gotta use your head here with XRP. You're down here at 19-cent XRP. You can go snatching a whole bunch. Stop playing games with yourself. You've got a 19-cent XRP and you're ready to buy this paintbrush for $25, and you know the truth. You know that if you took that and put it in and bought XRP at 19 cents instead, you literally would have 131 XRP instead of making that move, right? Right. So now I got to back out and put it in and everything. But, now it's 289 instead of that $25. So anyway, hey, the truth is the truth is the truth, and we can try to hide from the truth and the light, but the truth and the light will always find us. Greg, I would never sell. Greg, I'm going to tell you my opinion. I've got quite a bit of XRP and I'm not selling. Why would I? It's on cold storage, not to be touched. Why would I? Why would I ever sell XRP? Why would I? Why would I sell XLM that I hold? Why would I sell the H-bar that I hold? Why? Why would I sell the XDC, the H-bar, the XLM, the XRP? Why? Why would I sell any quant I hold? Why would I sell any ADA I hold? Any Cardano? Shout out to Chuck. Why would I? Absolute master in the space. Check out Charles Hoskinson. He's got lives going too. Check him out. Guys, you want to see a genius in the space. Now, I don't understand why, and by the way, IOTA, Algorand, Silvio McCallie. Yeah. MIT guy. I wouldn't sell any of these ISOs. Why would I? Now look you want to sell them if you want to cash out some lifestyle chips, but just know where they're going to go in the future to $500, $750, $1,000, $2,000. Quant's going to go to like whatever, 10, 20,000 a quant. You're going to see Cardano at 1,000. It's a real thing that does a real thing in the world, unlike Ethereum. It does, but I mean, it's built to do what it's supposed to do. Don't worry, Haskell's not a problem. Yeah, we got, Midnight Chain and some other things. I mean, come on, take a look at Cardano and look at the truth. It's been built solidly. It only has the future growth moving forward. Is anybody paying attention to crypto? I really want to say so much, guys, so often that some people see people doing this. Oh boy, just be careful, Tank. Don't say bad stuff. Say good stuff. All right. Why are you going to touch these? Algo, IOTA? Why? You want to get some lifestyle chips, get some money? Fine. But when this stuff's going to $500 a coin, $750 a coin in 2, 3, 5, 7 years, not a financial advisor, $1,000 a coin. Some of this going to $2,500. Some of the stuff you're holding is going to $5,000 a coin. Why are you going to sell it before that happens? Because you want regular USD dollar. I got you. Well, then what you do is you cash out on your VeChain, you cash out on your Zilliqa, you cash out on your Harmony One, you cash out on all these things when they go jump up. If they don't, they don't. But we got a good shot. They probably are. Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, everybody going to jump in on these things. They're going to go back past heights to past where they already were. Well past your average purchase price if you bought a little ways back on, Sheeb. And I'm not a financial advisor. I think we all know this is true. Chainlink. Come on, you got so many solid projects. You got Zcash, you got Sui, there's tons of them. Wake up and smell the crypto. I'm cuckoo for crypto puffs. Oh my gosh. Guys, I got to get out of here. I'm just getting tired. Getting tired. Tired. All right. Have a great day today. I'm not getting tired. I'm having so much fun. You guys are the best. This is awesome. I feel like I'm missing comments and things. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you have the best day ever. We had a crazy long stream today. I wasn't expecting that. I had the time today, this morning, in my day to do it, and I knew it. And I always let's try to just stick to it, okay? That's a trifecta rhyme. All right. Have a good day. Be awesome and be yourselves. And who gives a crap what anybody thinks about you, because they don't have to go to the next ride in your body and take the last breath. And they didn't take the first breath in that body of yours either. So who cares what anybody thinks of you? Be stronger. Come on. You're a strong, sovereign, timeless soul that can't be killed ever. On your way to the next ride once you get out of here. So make sure you're having fun. Good. I'm glad my views are on AI. I hope they are. Jeez, I hope we somehow get our word out there. Thank you, Crawbilly, and thank you, Turkey Base, and thank you, Gregory, Marnie, everybody who came in, Turdy, XRP Specialty Welder. Please tap and subscribe, especially if you're new to the channel, so you can join us and have more fun in our community. We think we're one of the realest communities in crypto. We're trying to get ourselves out there. Thanks for joining us, Turkey Base, Silky the Global Man. Thank you so much, and Nelson, my brother, and Crypto Dragon Emperor. Thank you, Monsager, Turdy, Marnie, Adam, everybody who has come in. Art Caffeine, thank you for your donation today. We appreciate you so much, sir. Thank you for doing that. You didn't have to do that. Thanks for doing that. And I really mean that. And I've given tons of donations to tons of learning channels because I felt like I paid a little less than college. I paid like $2. I was like, that's cool. I just helped that guy because he helped me. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and thanks for doing that. You don't have to do that. Thank you, and enjoy it. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Hope we all learned something today. And let's pay attention to Franklin's ETF. Thanks for giving me the EasyRP. Thanks for giving me the heads up, Monsager, and Adam and others. Later.